Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for listening to us. We're also broadcasting from the Clear Channel Network, KFXR 1190 AM here in Dallas. All right, Nick Santiago, President, CEO in the Money Stocks with me now. All right, Nick, welcome back to the show. How have you been?
Very good, Michael. Great to be back. Thank you.
All right, thank you, too. By the way, before we go, we had a couple of good stocks on the show earlier today. You might want to take a peek at those guys. The last one there was going to make some big changes in stem cell research.
Excellent.
NBS, I think it is. But you wanted to start off today with Apple.
Yeah, I wanted to start off today with Apple simply because the stock is getting a lot of media hype right now and a little bit too much for my liking. Right now you hear the Carl Icahn wants a share buyback. You hear a deal with China Mobile. This is all baked into the cake. Traders better watch the 582 level for Apple. That's probably where this stock is going to top out. That was a big level going back all the way to December of 2012, and prices coming up into that level, it should be very, very significant. So around the 582, 583 level for Apple, be very, very careful. There should not be much upside left in the stock, despite all of the media hype that the stock is getting at the moment.
Okay, all right, duly noted. What about DAL?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Delta Airlines because this continues to be one of the stronger airlines out there. Delta today is holding up pretty well. It's up 32 cents, but watch for a pullback into the $25.75, $26 level. I think that's where traders could be buyers into the end of the year. So maybe one more dip on Delta, and then we'd look to get in right around $25.75, maybe $26, right around that level. And I think we could trade this back up to a new high, maybe around $32.
Wow, nice trade. Okay, so you got a lot of room to the downside to go, 27.85-ish now to 25. That's a good trade, and then back up new highs. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Delta's an equity. I think these airlines, with all the consolidation that's taking place, and the charts are very, very good. They should remain that way until the end of the year.
Okay, all right. We'll get into the minutia on the airlines going up as we go into next year. But without further ado, let's keep moving on your list. Walmart, you had next, right?
Yeah, I have Walmart on my list, and I know a lot of traders are eager to get in this one. But wait, there's two levels here I see for Walmart. One is $76. You could buy Walmart at around $76. You should get some type of a bounce. I'm a little uncertain about how high of a bounce we could see in Walmart, but should the stock come back down after a bounce at 76 and get down to around 72.5, that's where you could look to buy Walmart for a longer-term hold. I'm going to say a couple of months probably, and I think the stock ultimately could rebound right back up towards the 80, 82, 83 level. Any
fundamentals on why this thing looks like it's a Niagara Falls?
I'm not really sure. Right now, we do have some problems out there, right? There's a big push right now to raise minimum wage, and you also have same-store sales with all the retail stocks that were very, very poor being released. But, I'm not really a fundamental guy, Michael. I'm more of a technical guy, and, if I could get this thing at around $72.5, $73, I'll be all over it.
Okay. Akamai?
Yeah, Akamai is one I brought on your show a couple of weeks ago, and I said just be patient with this one. You're going to get a chance to own this stock down around the $40, $40, $50, $40, $41 level. I think this is going to be a real good level. Right now it's setting up to get down there, so don't be eager to get in on Akamai yet, but you'll get a real nice opportunity to own this thing around $40.50.
Okay, all right. The $40.50 area, let me get a bigger picture out of you on this Akamai thing. Do you see this as a longer-term support at that area?
I do. I think if you look back on the bigger time frames, you're going to see that this is where the institution supported this stock on several occasions. Markets are a lot like people. If we go on a vacation to someplace we've been before, we normally go to our favorite restaurants, our favorite hotels. Stocks are the same way. They like to come back and revisit price levels that they once found stability at. And I think the 40-50 level is a price level where that would happen. And I think you can own this stock for a significant pull to the upside, maybe to $50, $54, somewhere around there.
Okay. All right. Now, JP Morgan, I just can't say enough about you giving us the tip-off on JP Morgan.
Yeah, and it's doing it again, right? So, I mean, all you got to do is just watch J.P. Morgan. It really tells us what the market's going to do. It's a great market barometer. Right now, the stock topped out right on the 25th of November, just before the S&P topped out. And you can see we've had a pullback in the Dow and the S&P. And JP Morgan, when I look at the stock now, I have to think that $53 is in the cards, maybe 53.5, and that's when we get down to 53 on JP Morgan, you not only can own JP Morgan, you probably can own the rest of the major stock indexes. So this is a level where I would watch JP Morgan to pull back to $53, and then really probably everything out here is a buy.
Wow. Okay. Now let's talk about that for just a second. $53 on JP Morgan is going to set the tone for a lot of things. What after that? Are you looking for all new highs here, or open that up?
Oh, I mean, I'm just giving you a little forecast, basically till the end of the year, right, or maybe even a couple of weeks after the new year begins. After that, 2014, I may be switching my bull clothes to my bear clothes. So, I mean, these are just shorter term levels that I'm looking at for JP Morgan at the moment.
That's I wanted to get out of here. I want to get that clear on that.
Yeah, I figured that's what you were alluding to.
yeah. I mean, is this a legacy trade? No.
No.
Could we make a few bucks between now and the first of the year? Yes.
That's all we're looking to do. As swing traders, we're just looking to capitalize on the moves, the quicker moves, meaning several days to several weeks, and basically every time I'm on your show, that's really what I'm referring to for your listeners that don't know that.
Okay. Now, what happened in the trading room today? You always have a good day.
Yeah, we had another good day in the trading room. Trading room was pretty solid today. I mean, it was a little bit on the slower side, but we caught several scalps. We've also we have several swing trades that are deeply in the profits. We bought Facebook last week at $45. It's now at $48.64. We continue to let that run. And we took some profits on some shorts that we had out a couple of days ago, and we're in on a couple longs, couple shorts, and we're playing both sides of the tape here. But the trading room is every single day, Michael, continues to be a stellar performance.
Did you have any gap trades today?
We didn't have. We had a couple, but they didn't trigger. So I mean, sometimes they just don't get to our levels, and but we do have them every single day. I put out the gap trades by 9 a.m. They're posted up in the trading room for everyone to see. We were looking at electronic arts today at 1945. It didn't get there, but it might get there tomorrow. So traders that want to follow EA, ticker symbol EA, watch 1945 for short-term support.
Okay, all right. We're getting some follow-through on the pullback for the S&P 500. Do you have any thoughts, Sarah?
Yeah, right now when I look at the S&P cash, we're definitely pulling back a little bit here, but we get down to around 1740 or so. That's probably where the S&P cash will find solid footing. Right now, we've had a real big run, and you could just see some money is coming out of the market. But I think ultimately Santa Claus will show up, even though he may not come till probably a little bit later this month. But I do think that we're going to get some kind of a significant bounce. And as I said before, watch that JP Morgan, because it's almost like the tell when you're a poker player. I mean, the stock just continues to give us an indication of when the markets are going to make a move. Okay,
so you're looking for a bounce late in the month.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. So I really have to work on my timing a little bit here. But yeah, I'm thinking a little bit, later in the month. You have a big Fed meeting too coming up around the 17th and 18th of this month,
right,
where a lot of people are expecting a quantitative QE3 tapering, which, I honestly don't know if it's going to happen or not. I honestly don't expect it to happen. But, again, I'm just going to go with the charts. If the charts give me the right setup and the right level, that's all I want to do is just follow what the charts are telling me. I'm never smart enough to figure out what central bankers or anybody else is going to do. Okay,
what about support levels on this? And got any idea where we might find some support on the S&P?
Yeah, I'm thinking around 1740 if it gets down there, which is basically another 45 points from here. It gets down to around 1740. It should be very, very good short-term support.
Wow, that's a pretty good move from here.
Yeah, I mean it's still a decent dip. I mean 40 points is nothing to sneeze at in the S&P, but just remember it only takes basically 2 or 3 heavy sell days, and we could see that. So. It shouldn't be out of it shouldn't be out of the scope that we can't get down there. We definitely can.
Got it. All right. Before we go, everybody needs to know how to reach you.
Yeah, come on over to inthemoneystocks.com. Take out a 7-day free trial to our research center. You'll get all of my cycle work. You'll get all of our nightly videos. You'll get my daily market report with all of my insights personally each and every night. You'll get my trade setups as well. This coming Saturday, Michael, we are hosting a Keys to Unlimited Success webinar hosted by my partner, Garrett Soloway. So that is taking place on Saturday morning. So if anybody is interested in that, just shoot us over an email at Supported in the Money Stocks, and we'll try and make some room for you to get into that.
All right. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Michael. Have a great day.
You too. All right, everybody. That was Nick Santiago, President, CEO in the Money Stocks. He's been threading the needle from 1,000 yards out here for 2 years now. InTheMoneyStocks.com is where you can find him. I highly recommend you go in the trading room and check it out. All right, coming up